All right. The hotline number is 07539 602 999. That's 07539 602 999. So if you want to ring up Sam, feel free to ring up again. If you want to text, feel free. So, Jammers, let's talk about Kwanzaa.
Yes, Kwanzaa.
Which is, to me, is a natural follow-on, a natural corollary from talking about Christmas. And, it saddens me, because I was listening, I was looking on the WhatsApp and I saw some individuals fighting down Kwanzaa. Now, I don't know what they do, because it's usually the ones who make the most noise are doing the least. I don't know what they do, but what I do know is that why would you fight down Kwanzaa? An African traditional celebration, something that's connecting us back to our African selves. And I don't see you doing anything. I don't see you talking about no event you're putting on. I don't see you talking about anything, but you're just attacking this thing. Well, I don't get that, bro.
The thing about it is really, even what's happening with Christmas is still a copy of what happens in our ancient tradition. It was all about a festival, which is coming together. So if original Kwanzaa is a festival of us coming together, and this is what the unity is, when everybody brings something to the table and we celebrate as a community and a family. So the first principle of Kwanzaa is a festival.
Yes. Well, the first principle of Kwanzaa is what we need to do to get anything done, is to unite. Do you understand? That's the first thing we need to do. Okay, we're going to take this call. Greetings, Principal Danite.
Easy I.
Yes, I.
Love.
Blessed love.
Yes, I was hearing what you said. My name is Principal Danite.
Yeah, respect, brother. What would you like to say, King?
It's to do with what names could mean back to front, because we speak in English, yeah? So once we get to know what names mean, just use it like to say 123 is a door number, 123 is a bus number. But it's not anything evil what people's using the name and the meaning. When you use the meaning, you're not internally talking evil. So the same with the physical. If I can turn around and say, Satan, the devil, is Christ Jesus. Because Christ doesn't know who you're talking about and exactly the love you have with all your soul, all your mind. Innit? So it doesn't matter about the name. Name not come first before the word of the Almighty, how I am.
But it matters to you though, King, because you said Jesus. You said Jesus save you. That's what you said.
Yeah, but that's the name is gonna come in, just like the name of Emperor, highly high. So all the emperors, when I say highly high, I know me I heal the king, Me I heal emperor, all the emperors, Solomon, all of them in them fullness. That's why I say, please and thank you in the fullness.
No,
so that means to say, any name you use, the most I know your thoughts. So you know, so if you say one, it could mean bad. You could say good, it could mean bad.
Yeah, but you know what, brethren. No, I can hear you, but I think that the words are important, and I think that Garvey.
No, it's not.
No,
it's
let me finish.
Heart.
Let me finish, brethren. Let me finish, man. But then, what's the purpose in talking? Then we have to communicate in a way to say something is working for us, something isn't working for us, and we have to use a certain language, brethren. But the point I'm making with you is that you mentioned Jesus coming to save us, and I'm saying that Garvey says we must look through this divine concept with African eyes. Jesus isn't coming from an African perspective, brethren, so that's not something that I'm interested in using. That's the point I'm trying to make.
No, it's the God the Father, God the Son.
That's what you believe, brethren. But
one Christ.
No, but that's what you. Okay, brother. But that's what you believe.
I tell you.
That's what you believe.
No, it's not what I believe. It's what written down, and I didn't take.
Yeah, but just because something's written down, it doesn't mean it's true.
Like to add and take away. That's what they're doing.
Brethren, Principal Danite. Just because something's written down, it doesn't mean it's true. Does that mean Harry Potter's true?
Do you believe you're talking in English?
Well, I don't need to believe it, and we know it is a fact, brethren.
Do you know you're talking in English?
Yeah, because that's what people call it, so it's called English,
yeah,
brethren.
But you're saying the same thing that you're telling me. You said, "Oh, do I know that the Bible and Christ?" And
no, I'm not saying that. You're asking me. No.
That's not true.
No.
That didn't happen. That did not happen.
No, but English. No, hold on, brethren. No, hold on. That's not a shouting match. Let's get things in perspective. Yeah. You said about something that happened in the past. Yeah, no one can confirm it's true. You can't even prove to me that God exists right now, Brethren. That's what I'm saying to you.
So
let me finish. No, let me finish my point. Let me finish my point. So what I'm saying to you is that you asked me, are we speaking English? That's what people call it, Brethren. They call it English language. So we determined that we are speaking English. We didn't name it English. They named it English, yeah. And they're telling us those people. Hold on, Brethren. Those people who created this language are telling us what the language is called. They can call it whatever they want to, Brethren. But there's a bit of a difference from saying Jesus existed.
But you don't accept Jesus.
You're right, we don't accept it because we know.
You don't accept the mix. You don't accept the knowledge of Christ as is mixed like the name he used. The English name is a mixed name from different continents.
Brethren,
when the flag put up, it represents us being there. When them said them go to the moon and put up a flag, you know that's American.
So that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Let me make my point. No, let me make my point. No, Principal Danite.
He used to be feared.
Principal Danite.
I start telling people, I fear the one who can take my soul. I don't even fear the devil because I know he wants to kill, steal, and destroy. But Christ in Nazareth has come, so we all have with whosoever believes.
Listen, Principal Danite, I want to thank you for your call.
And more life in abundance.
All right, bro. Brother, listen, I want to thank you for your call.
Things that I do, and you'll be doing greater work to see I do. That's what Christ has. This is the way Christ has taught. Lay hand on people. He don't have discussion about who is bigger than who. If him say who is bigger than bring this little child.
Brethren, listen. They
don't argue when they come out of mama's room. They just humble, you know.
Yeah. All right, bro. Listen, I want to thank you for your call because just leaving on this note that we're talking about belief and knowledge, and you just made a statement which was a belief statement, and I've just corrected you with the right knowledge, and that's the difference between belief and knowledge. So that's why. Let me finish, bro. That's why we don't believe in Jesus. We don't do belief. Seeing King. So I want to thank you for your call anyway, bro. Enough respect, yeah. Thank you for the call. We've got pressing issues to discuss today.
And what it is, as I said, the first principle of Kwanzaa is self-determination.
Yes,
where you take things into your own hands. When you take things into your own hands, you don't work off a belief. You work off facts, figures, and evidence. Basically, if you got stopped by the police and you said, "I believe my name is John," I believe that you'll be inside arrested. You don't, this is why we've got senses. We've got senses so we can feel, touch, and taste. If you can't feel, touch, taste, or hear something, then it's not a sense, it's nonsense. When you believe something, you're putting yourself in the state that you have to wait for somebody else to make something happen. You cannot, it's when you're sure of something, that's when you can determine what you're going to do. When you're driving, if you only believe where you're going, or you're going in two different directions. So basically, we do not believe, we take things into our own hands. We are self-determining. This is the facts. We work with facts, figures, and evidence, and we don't wait for somebody to make things happen. We do it for ourselves.
We do it for ourselves. We don't believe, and if we believe in ourselves because we can touch and recognize ourselves. But this concept of Jesus is something that someone else told us about. That's a belief, and it can only ever be a belief.
And this is the problem that they've got us under. It's basically there's a lot of us that have knowledge that we can't use to put food on our table. We're caught up in history and the stars of the planet and the sciences, but we cannot use that to put food on our table. This is what we need to do first.
Yes, and we need to, and it's only facts and correct information that will enable us to put food on our table, and a conviction, a confidence in ourselves. And talking about Jesus and this and that don't help black people anyway, anyhow, any shape. I say that without apology.
It's disrespecting our original knowledge.
That's right.
Knowledge. You just go down to the British Museum. You see the original knowledge that our forefathers and foresisters and kings and queens put down before this religion that has not helped us move forward in any shape or form.
Let's take this call. Greetings, caller. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, greetings, Brother Menke. This is Brother Tahaka.
Yes, brother.
Brother Jefta.
Yes.
Yes.
Greetings, brother.
Greetings, brother. How you doing? What would you like to say, Brother Jeff?
Yeah, basically, I'd like to quick shout out to everybody that turned up yesterday at the Round Chapel down there in Clapton to celebrate Kwanzaa with us. It was a momentous event, and well done, very well. And just thank you to everybody that came to help us celebrate Umoja, unity. And it just shows when we put our minds to it, 12 organizations came together.
Fantastic.
And a few months ago, and we worked through it, and that was the result yesterday.
And this is what I was actually there. I was privileged to be doing the PA system. It's an absolutely excellent event, and I've got to give a round of applause for actually even coming up with the concept of such a big event. You know, because we do a lot of small events, but we don't do a big event like this. So credit to the Kwanzaa organisations and everybody who turned up.
Yeah, and credit for you, Jeffter, and the rest of the African brothers and sisters for actually recognising the first concept of Kwanzaa, which is unity, which is how this great event manifested. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, because as we said, unity, as you say, the first of the concept, because unless we maintain unity in the family, community, nation and race, then we're facing a big problem.
And what would you say is the principles of unity that we need to put in place? What's the essence of unity that's needed by our community to move forward?
Yes, well, unity, because I'm looking at how Malana Karanga, the creator of Kwanzaa, how he explains unity. And he said to strive for and maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and race. So we can see whether it's your own family, or whether it's the wider group, or whether it's down to the African nation. Unless we have unity, you know, we are facing big problems in today's world, and we can only overcome that by uniting. As you say, for years we have had Kwanzaas, you know, people doing their different Kwanzaas. Now, because of the 50th anniversary of Kwanzaa, a group of us met up and said, let's put on something to recognize that. So the call went out to the various groups up and down the country that hold regular Kwanzaas. And in the end, 12 groups responded very positively. And, you know, if you look at us in terms politically, some of us are quite diverse in the way in our outlook. But we was able to put that aside and using the principle of unity, put our disagreements aside and come together under one umbrella, which is Umoja. You know, and as you can see the results yesterday. And
what were the numbers? What numbers turned out?
We're looking up to 500-600, I would say.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
You know, the place was pretty much full, and all I've been getting today is, you know, congratulations from people that recognize it's okay having an idea, but it's seeing it through.
That's the thing.
Absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
Seeing it through, and that's the difficult part most of us find sometimes.
That's it, and it's the challenges you have to overcome as well, and in yourself, what you have to bring to the table to pull it off. You know.
That's it.
Yeah, and as well, you're going into the unknown as well. So that is I've got to, you know, that's really good that what you pulled off.
So, because we had groups participating from as far as field as Bristol, Bradford, Manchester. So it can become a kind of logistic nightmare. Most of our meetings was phone conferencing.
Wow.
You know, that's how most of it was planned. Every couple of weeks we had a phone conference with people phoning in from around the country, just putting in ideas. And you see, where there's a will, there's a way.
That's excellent. This is huge. I think you just showed the way forward is to have these big events and you know get us to turn out. What's the future for Kwanzaa?
Well, out of that, the Kwanzaa Network UK was born. Now, this is the first event that is put on, and the intention is to keep it going.
Right.
So we talk about Kwanzaa Network UK. So yeah, the first one was held in London. It'd be nice to see next year we move to another part of the country, which, you know, and hopefully bring other groups on board and make it an even larger concern.
Definitely.
And I think another key element that we all need to learn is to have financial unity. So when you put on an event like this, the funds have to be coming in. This is where we need to be really spending our wealth and creating our wealth.
Great. Because when we first look at I was just searching for a venue, and obviously cost was a factor.
Yes.
So we got to the point where we're saying, okay, crowdfunding, something I've never done before.
Right.
But it's another avenue to look down.
Yes.
So we started at the platform of crowdfunding.
Good.
Originally, we said we'd have had 15 stalls.
Right.
But we was deluged with requests for stalls. So we end up having 35 stalls.
Oh, that's excellent. Yeah. Excellent.
And that's another way of also giving the traders an opportunity to show and market their wares and sell their wares, and also way of bringing in funds. Another thing we did was reach out to the African businesses,
right,
up and down, because as you know, a lot of them, in terms of taking out the big advert with the big newspapers and stuff, is out of their reach.
Yes.
So we reached out to them, we printed a brochure.
Oh yeah, excellent brochure as well. That was good. Yeah.
They helped sponsor that.
Right.
It was totally sponsored by the African businesses. So was the leaflets that we did. If you look at the back, you see a number of businesses. So that was another way of bringing in income. And you see, through those means, we was able to acquire that space at the Round Chapel.
Right.
But it's not cheap. As you know, it's a bank holiday. In normal circumstances, they would be closed on a bank holiday. So we had to basically twist their arms and say, look, it's a special event, we need it to be open. So just for us, they actually opened. So that incurred even greater expense to get them to open on a bank holiday. But
well done,
end,
bro. Well done.
I think it was well worth it.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, listen, well done, man. Because, a number of people told me what it was like. I saw the pictures, people sending me pictures. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it, but I know from the pictures I saw, and I know Jammers was there, he was telling me about it before the show. It was a fantastic event. And I know you, Brother Jeff, there, and Pepper Kyan, and it's the brother from Birmingham, Beanie. I know you've all kind of got a big connection round England, man, and you're always putting on fantastic events for our people. So you keep it up. In fact, if you got stuff going on at the Mart Centre, if you want to promote anything right now, feel free, my brother.
Yeah, well, the Mart Centre. So next year, New Year, so we're looking to hold many events. We're looking to run quite a few courses. We have a course lined up with Sister Kendaki. The dates to be announced soon. We have another course with the brother Ayo, looking at Yoruba cosmology, which we intend to launch very shortly. And we're also looking to work with a group from the Congo DR called Vuvamu around African spirituality. That's another area we're looking to do there. And we're looking to actually have some guest speakers, both national and international. So, keep watching the space, and those names will be announced very shortly.
Well, I'm going to definitely bring you on in the new year, Jeff, and also please call in and let us know of anything that's happening, or texting, or whatever you want to do. We're happy to promote and support you and Beanie and all your crew are very positive, powerful Africans, so we love that.
Right. And just another quick shout out.
Sure, bro, go on.
Of course, in May, we were looking to do again African Liberation Day under the banner of the PSCM. And that's a 2-day event. For the past few years, we've been holding that in Birmingham. And yesterday's event was big. With LD, you're looking at 3 times the size.
Wow.
And that's an event been running for the last 42 years.
Good.
That failed.
Well done.
Wow.
I love that.
Excellent.
That was a concept that our African ancestors, realized, which was bigness. If we're going to do things, let's do them big, basically.
Yeah.
And it shows in the architecture and the various things we develop. But certainly in the architecture, we see bigness, and that's very much connecting to our source, our divinity. So I love what you're saying, bro. I love it, man.
And just to end up, we're very much Garveyites. I mean, you see, the reason why Garvey could have that impact that he did, because he thought big and
Right.
he dreamt big.
Right.
And when he put on his convention back in the 20s, you're talking about 20, 30,000 people filling Madison Square Garden.
Gee.
You know, and that's how we need to think. We need to galvanize our people. We need to captivate our people. I'm sure by yesterday's event, the amount of people that came up to me at the end wanting to know more about Kwanzaa, more about organization, how they can get involved.
Good.
I must have collected about 10, 12 addresses. Put me down for next year. If you're doing one, I want to be involved. So straight away, we were able to galvanize our people into action, which is what we're about.
That's right, bro. And I love what you're saying, man, because that's what we had to deal with too. So just keep up the good work, my brother, man. Fantastic.
Yeah, excellent, and you've definitely made a statement there and shown the way forward is to move in a big way now.
Well, it's about the principles of Kwanzaa. You live in them, bro, because the first concept was unity. Instead of having 12 small events, let's all these organisations come together and create one big event and make it get bigger and bigger. So I love that, bro. Well done, my brother. Congrats. You're a community hero. You're an African hero, man. You, Beanie, Papa, all of you, man. Enough respect.
Yeah, respect.
Okay. And lastly, just by finishing, I'd like to hail up Brother Jammers. He did a fantastic job.
Oh, thank you.
Fantastic.
It's a privilege and an honour
I'm
to be
looking
part.
forward to work with you and many more
Yes,
occasions.
bigger and better every time. Respect.
Yeah?
Respect.
So, okay, Minty,
Yes, sir.
let's keep up the good work as ever.
Thank you,
Love
brother.
the show. Love listening in. And we'll catch up soon.
All right, take care, brother Jeff.
Okay,
Enough respect.
then,
And you keep up the fire too,
Yeah.
bro.
All right.
You're a massive inspiration to many people, so enough respect to you, sir.
Yeah.
Bless, man.
Okay.
Respect.
But yeah, man.
I'll have to pick up all the organisers, all the security. The Nation of Islam was there in security. The Akabilan also having their Kwanzaa event, and that's on Friday the 30th of December 2016, and that's at Waterlily Banqueting Hall, Cleveland Suite, 69 to 89 Mile End Road, London E140T.
Yeah, okay. I just want to big up brother Jeff there and Pepper Karen and Beanie and those brothers from the PACM, if I've got that right. Please forgive me if I've got it wrong. PACM. And just even making our people aware of what Kwanzaa is, because Kwanzaa was we know was well, maybe we don't know, was developed by a brother called Ron Malenga Karenga. Is that his name? Ron Malenga Karenga. And he developed this in 1966, and it was as Jeff just said, he was inspired from Garvey, the Cultural Revolution, Ron Malenga Karenga, yeah. He was inspired by the Cultural Revolution, and he wanted not just like a revolution with arms. He wanted a cultural revolution and a spiritual revolution, if you like. So that's why, and this was a way of bringing our people back to our African way of doing things, our African sensibilities. So this is what Kwanzaa represents, you know. And that's why I've always loved Kwanzaa, and I know certain Rastaman didn't deal with it, but when you look at the actual concepts and the ideals, they're African. All Rasta people are wanting to follow these things, man, to strive and maintain unity, because Rasta's about unity. So Rasta man should be loving and bigging up Kwanzaa, man, and we should be celebrating, a Rasta woman as well, of course, should be celebrating these principles, because they are wholeheartedly African.
And that's another thing is, if we haven't got a better alternative, this is where you have to be. Otherwise, you're really a sellout, because you're not going to go Kwanzaa, but you're going to be watching EastEnders. You're going to be watching the football.
Or go to church and follow Jesus.
Well, leave them alone.
Okay, then,
but
right.
basically, yes, if we haven't got better, everybody should be supported. When we're thinking big as a community, we have to move to that and stop watching and wasting our time on the EastEnders and something that's not bringing us anywhere. You know, 'cause that's even worse than disrespecting something that's trying to bring you forward in whatever shape or form. And of course, the key element of Kwanzaa is bringing us back to our African heritage, and of course the principle of, it's not galvanizing, it's Garveyizing the people to higher levels of potential in our own hands. We're not waiting on a belief for somebody else to make it happen. We've got the power, we've been given the ability to do it for ourselves, and it's proven fact. Just look at ancient Kemet.
That's right, Bridget. Simple as that. Not even, we could go to a low leap of societies in Africa where people did for self. They weren't waiting for no God in the sky. They weren't worshipping no creator, this, that, and the other. They were recognizing the power within themselves. And when you recognize the power within yourself, you'll recognize that it's infinite and it's eternal. It never began at any time. It's always existed. And that's where we come from, man. We come from that energy that's always existed, man. And we don't come from nowhere else. So it doesn't need to create nothing, because it's already, everything's in existence already. That's how we see it, man. Anyway, so I want to pick up Jeff. So let's read these texts, Bridget, because we don't want to get to the end of the show and we've got all these texts, and we haven't picked up the texts and the texts.
Especially everybody, all the listeners, all the conscious community, or everybody's been listening in. We'd like to thank you all.
Of course, man. We haven't finished the show yet, but save that for the end, bro. Yeah, we should do that. I mean, after Jeff does talk, and we can't say no more after that. Sorry, the show's over. Let's go home, man. Enough respect, man. Yeah, man. So okay, this is from 582. Cut him off, please, nicely though. I hope it was. I try to be reasonable with these brothers and sisters who we obviously don't agree in philosophy, and we should be able to discuss what we disagree on. But big up Principal Danite same way. Me not fight him down, but we don't do Christianity, and anyone who tries to promote it on the show, we're going to give them a discussion. You're going to have a discussion on your hands always. There's going to be never ever going to be no agreement on any religion up in this place here. All right, let's take this call, man. Okay, big up Ras Silo, who's probably agreeing with what we were saying, man. Enough respect, Silo. So yeah, 582. I hope I did. I don't want to diss anybody. It was as much as we disagree, but we have to be reasonable. That's where the word Rasta say reason. We must learn to reason, but that's where the word reasonable comes from. We have to be reasonable when we communicate, and sometimes we get caught up, and I get that. We're very passionate as a people, but we have to learn to listen as well. We have to have that respect for one another, to listen to what one another's saying, and not just scream what we think people want to hear or what we want to say. We have to respect others. All right, that's Sam. There's almost no word out there where we haven't stolen and mispronounced. Bliss up your patience. Thank you. History, his story. You're absolutely right, Sam. Thank you very much for that, man.
And as the father of linguistics says, Ferdinand de Saussure, who wrote a general book on linguistics, is letting go of the letters and the study of the sound is the first principle of truth. Okay, so when you hear the sound, and basically if you look at the ancient Kemet, how things were written, and you look at the alphabet, they reversed the alphabet, they reversed the sounds. We reached the right from left,
right,
right to left.
I've had this discussion before, you see, so that's why I know
we
it's
come
right
from abundance, where they come from a scarcity.
Black, of course.
So this is why we do have to turn around. What works for one, and that's it, white equals we who use wit, where we use emotion. So for what works for one set of people, the opposite works for the other set of people. This is why we have to change around and put the sounds back how they were supposed to be.
Original African word sound, man.
That's right.
Because it's like even African names, when you name a child. A lot of African societies have very spiritual names for the children. The names, words from the actual language of the people. It's
That's
not like
right.
your name's John. What does John? John doesn't mean anything. It's just a name. Like, for example, the name Ngozi in Igbo. Ngozi, beautiful name. It means blessing.
Right.
You understand, bro?
Right.
Yeah.
And I just want to clear up something about the language. Basically, we work off a sound basis. Our bodies can only produce certain tones of sound due to the structure of our sounds. These sounds originated in Kemet, Africa. That's why they still call it phonetics in the dictionary. So basically, they have not created no form of language. They've just anglicized, romanicized, or changed the original sounds that we created. So this is actually still our language. Once we can see the Kemetic roots, we can see the meanings they haven't even put meanings in there. That's not like, for instance, the word atom, they get atom from.
That's right. Atom, let's just explain that Atom was one of the deities, or the netters, if you like.
Well, I wouldn't even say that no more. I would say it's a scientific, spiritual principle that we used.
Do you know what a netter is, though, bro?
It relates to the nature.
Yeah, of course, it's an attribute.
Attribute
So all
of nature.
anatomos was an
Well,
attribute
that's why
of nature,
we would need to
absolutely.
clear up with the Western, because we're going to Western, like we're talking about a picture represent, but it's not. It's an actual scientific principle.
Sure.
And the best way to learn something is in a story form. Using actual is by maybe when you go to a film, you can remember what's in a film more than what is being written down. So in ancient scientists, they knew that the best way to activate it's not memory, it's mori. Mori means our blackness, which is more is just actually a traveling African. African comes from what the Carthaginians call this was the place where they settled that was affable, peaceful. Can means you carry, so you carry a peaceful spirit. That's where the original word African comes from. We carry this peaceful spirit, and we are just traveling. And it all relates to chemicals, the chemical that I call. So basically, to activate our memory is told best way to tell it in a story form.
Which is and it's beautiful you're saying that, bro, because when just going back to the worshipping of the sun, and the first ones to venerate the sun were African ancestors.
Well, can I just stop there?
No, you can't, Bridget. No, you can't, because I know you like to do that. You can't stop me. They venerated the sun, and what they did is that you've just said it though, bro. They observed nature first. That was the first observation, and that's when the stories, as you said, of the gods and the netters and the deities came from, the observation of nature. So that's one thing I just wanted to say. Go on, what did you want to say?
Yeah, we've got certain words we've got to leave them alone for 2015. Another trick word is worship, because basically that was what brought our downfall, was when they shipped us.
That's
We
right.
were shipped by them.
That's right.
By Jesus, the ship called Jesus, we were shipped, and they've tricked us now that anytime we're going to praise anything, we use the word worshipped.
I don't like that word.
We worshipped in the first place, and we're still worshipping
Worshipping
Jesus,
yes.
and that was the ship that took us to where we are now.
Yes. I love that breakdown.
The next
bro.
one is bringing.
Yeah. No, I love what you've said there, bro. That's deep. We shouldn't worship generally, as the word is
We need
anyway.
to elevate.
Hold on,
and
make the man talk, man. Greetings, caller. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yes, I, and I, and I, and I, forever I.
Respect.
Yes, my brother, this is the man himself,
Big up.
Musa, better known as Natty Linda.
Respect.
Yes,
Yes, I, and the
Respect,
third eye and the first
my brother.
eye. Respect.
The
fourth eye, bring in the fourth eye.
I just sorry I wasn't on the program to talk to that brother still, because I feel a bit sorry for him, because, you know, as I'm say back home, belief kill, belief cure, and we're not really judging the brother or anything. We have to say, well, whatever him hold on pan, make him hold on pan it. And if when him see himself in that floating water, and when him hold on pan it, him see that it was a mirage. That there wasn't a bit of wood he was floating with. You understand? Him can't swim. Well, him have got to learn to swim, not true?
But that's what belief is, my brother. Belief is a mirage, in it, man, and it's only knowledge that destroys that illusion, basically.
Because you see, listen, mythology is a very powerful thing. That's why Disney take it and make it into movie. Understand?
Yes, right.
Love that.
With this religious thing here, it's been mythology.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
right,
it
bro.
is such a powerful influence
Right.
that even as a child you learn these memorandums and memory gems and mythology and all of this
And
kind
fairy
of stuff.
tales, yeah.
But some people cannot tell reality from truth.
Right.
So how can you
I like
expect anyone at a certain, belief level?
Mm-hmm.
We're not saying he's ignorant. We're just saying that he is learning.
Right.
He needs to learn. If he accepts that, then he'll find his way.
Right.
If he
I
don't
like that.
accept it, it's like finding a place in France where you can't read French. You understand? You'd be lost, my brother. You'd be lost.
No, it's
You
true,
know?
Gretchen. It's
And
true.
he-
True.
he believed that shouting is the way. Again, something that we've learned from these Caucasian people.
Right.
From those stupid Eastenders and Westenders and Northenders and West and Southenders.
Right.
Yeah? It's the same sentence. Yes? Them sentence, they need to grow up their mentalities
Right.
and realize they're not living in the school playground anymore.
Uh-huh.
This is man talk.
Right.
This is mature talk.
Yes.
This is about exploring through the auspices of your program. A
Right.
program like yours. which come to edify us
Respect.
and not to educate us.
Lovely.
Because a lot of them don't understand what education means and the difference between education and edification.
Right.
You understand? So how can you expect them to understand such a balanced program, such a forward-looking program, such a program that is full of spirituality and realness? You know, because I love when you talk to him about the word Rastafari. I really did love that because, you know, holy man can grow locks. But, you know, it's not everybody can accept the blessing and the humility and the way of life of Rastafari.
That's
You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
Respect.
So them can't be over what you said, my brother. But I love the way how you handle that situation. You're
Thank
a
you, man.
real pro, a total pro, brethren. Because enough man that be ignorant and lose them temper. But, you know, sometimes when a man want display, you ever seen a peacock and a peahen? Yeah, man, them show up all the colors and shake up the feather and thing and say, look for me, you know, see me and shake up yourself. Yeah? And when it come to ignorance, you know, some people have got stocks and shares in ignorance. So don't be surprised, my brother. You understand? We are here to teach each other, and we are
Respect.
here to learn from each other.
That's right.
Excellent.
And
That's
if
right.
anyone listening to your wonderful program, my brother, is learning that ignorance is not bliss, ignorance is a miss. I give you a chance to comment on my comment if you bother me.
Easy now.
Come on, man. Ignorance is a miss. I like that,
That's
bro.
it, brother Minty and brother Jammers, and I
Enough
big up
respect.
to the Art Center and the brethren who collated with his brethren and sisters on Kwanzaa. I'm happy to hear they had numbers of 500 or more.
Yes.
Next time
Yes.
we hired Wembley Stadium.
yes.
That's the ambition.
That's the ambition.
I
yeah.
love what you're saying, Brother Lyndon.
Yeah.
Enough respect, you know.
Respect Linda,
Yes,
man.
aye. And I've
Enough
listened.
respect to brother Minty, man, and brother Jabbas, man. Listen, the application of unity starts with individuals like ourselves and well-meaning others.
Right.
Yes, yes.
Yes? So we must give thanks to the ignorancy. Like in his Bible, I can tell him about his Bible. I could write for him Bible and tell him, say, it says that the Jesu Christus, yes, because that is the way it's pronounced. It's not Jesus Christ. The English did not, you know, even exist in the so-called days of when they said they invented this. So how could it be Jesus Christ? You understand what I'm saying? This is crazy. This is madness. This is about people, some individuals who are in psychological and psychiatric denial and cannot help themselves and be expecting some invisible force. That's why them say creator. Create who? You understand? Create her who? Them cannot talk to I and I like this because I and I will not tolerate this stupidity. Listen, if only they could go and visit their pastors and priests and what have you nomination and see the mansion that they've got out of tithing.
True.
They
Right.
would realize that Jesus Christi or whatever, Christmas time, the solstice, and the other one and the other ones. You know, you can buy a card for heavy Christmas. You know how much money people spend. You know, this is part of the capitalist system. When they say jingle bells, I'm not talking about ringing a bell. I'm talking about all the tills
That's
of
true.
that they used to ring. Yes, every time they walk in. You understand?
Yes,
You would hear it ring because that is how. And talk about Merry Christmas. Where Merry come from? The pub? Your church or pub now, you know, from Park Lane, you know. Yeah, and if you don't get drunk in the morning, you can't go to church. So, let the brother go to these places, let him experience it for himself.
That's right.
Let him see that Lux is a natural resource long before the invention of the comb. And if him didn't know reggae music, we say, since I threw the comb away. You understand? Him would have understand what real wanting to live an open, simple, humble life is all about.
Yes.
It's not about preaching, it's about teaching. So my God,
Respect.
my sermon done. My sermon done.
You know what, bro? Listen to this, Lyndon. You're going to do another sim because I've taken your number and I'm going to give you the call and we're going to bring you on the show and we can talk. Some
Respect
more things.
Lyndon every time,
Every
man.
time, brother.
Yeah, respect every time. And everybody must buy Lyndon's book, man.
Yeah, man. Big up-
Bestseller for two.
Can you give your book a shout out?
Some praises, my brother.
No, hold on.
One day, I trust that we will meet up as we normally do with Brother Jammers and Ting and Brother Dougie and yourself. And I want to sit down with you, Brother Errol, Brother Jammers and so forth, and have a real discussion about any topic because I know we are so, forward thinking.
Respect,
that we can sit and talk about any topic as Jammers will know what he was talking about this evening.
What's the title of your book? What's the title of your book? Let us know.
Listen, man, me have to give Brother Minty a book. And it's the next time when we meet up.
What's the title? What's the title of the book?
Hold on. The man's telling me he's going to give me something and you're still what's wrong with you? Brother Lyndon, please carry on, Elder. Elder Lyndon, carry on.
Brother Minty, your feed forward is what I'm looking forward
Lovely
to.
King.
You hear me?
Respect that.
Because it is not just a book. I can guarantee you that. It is written in a language. Language? What's a language? Right. A language.
You're on fire tonight, Lyndon.
A language for even the simplest person to understand. And so they might see that at the head of the Trump society, that the Trump card for all Ku Klux Klanners and Hitlers, modern day Hitlers, was part of my book. I prophesied that Donald Trump, that's his real name, D-R-U-M-P-F, with the people from Germany,
that's right,
is
bro.
a natural descendant of the Hitleric society and fraternity. Okay?
Of the what?
And he's alt-right.
The what society?
Alt-left.
Lyndon, you said the society. What society is he a descendant of?
Well, you see, a lot of our people talk about society in the way they do not understand. A society is a fraternity or a sorority.
Yes, that's right, brother.
That's what it is. And they don't even understand it, but you have more members from the Commonwealth. From the Commonwealth sharing their wealth as being common.
That's right, bro, and it's a lie them I tell, man.
Right? And even the woman with the tiara upon her head is wearing African jewels remind us where them teeth it from.
That's right, brother.
So they can't talk to me. I have no fear of them, and I will always be radical because I was born like that.
All right, we love them talking.
So I'm gonna just end here, my brother, make and listen to the rest of your program.
Okay, thank you. Did you mention the name of your book, though, Brother Lyndon? Give your book a shout out, brother.
Oh yes, you mean that book? Oh yes. I wasn't sure if you was looking at my computer the other night, but there you go. You know what I'm saying? It's pain. And the last letter is urge, U-R-G-E. The vase of champagne, urge. People can go and have a look at it. If I could leave my book website address.
Absolutely, King. Absolutely, go on.
It's www.WIK, as I say, Whiskey Indigo Delta, hyphen or dash ID, Indigo Delta dash fiction.com. So it should read www.wikidfiction.
Okay, brother, we got you, man.
Respect.
Yes. Let them go and read that. Let them go and see the official reviews. Let them go and hear my very first international radio interview.
Respect for that, Lyndon. Right, we should.
Tell them to phone me up when me on your program.
We'll do
because I'm
that.
ready for the whole of them.
We're going to let some more people come in on what you just said, Lyndon. Respect every time, yeah.
Every time, my brother.
Respect every time, my
time.
eyes.
Enough respect,
and
Elder.
keep up Rastafari and the wisdom of Solomon and David. Them do not overstand a thing. They all them is what you call wannabes. And me not the wannabes, them could have wanna wasp as well. But me I tell them say, me a wasp, me a no bee. When me sting, everything dead. See?
Respect,
Yes,
Lyndon.
Yes, I am.
Respect, taking it to a
Give
higher level.
thanks, my brother.
Enough respect, Elder.
respect.
Thank you so much for your call.
You're more than welcome. We are honored to listen to your program, my brother.
Well, you're next in the forthcoming season. You'll be coming on to the show, Elder.
Fulfillment is what I am after.
Enough
Respect,
respect.
respect.
Enough
It's
respect.
fulfillment. So don't worry about the people who are ignoramus. They've got to be some, otherwise we can't teach nobody. Not true?
A true king.
Respect,
They said, show me the teacher and the student will appear. You heard that?
Talk the ting, my brother. Talk the ting.
And that's what I'm done.
Enough respect,
Blessed
Elder.
love all the way to everyone all around the planet from I and I and I and I. Blessed love.
Thank you, Elder.
Respect.
All right.
Enough
Give
respect,
thanks.
man.
All
Bless.
right, cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Fantastic call from
Absolutely
Elder
fantastic.
Lyndon, man.
On
And
fire today.
I love Lyndon. He's such a humble brother. He's such a funny brother, as we can see. He's so bright, very intelligent, you know. And I mean, his offspring as well. He brought his nephew to one of the Speakers events,
Club
and he won the
events.
thing because he
won the
was so
things.
slick and bright as
Yeah.
well. He come up with a fantastic commentary.
That's right,
So
that's
I want to
right.
big up Lyndon there, brother, Elder. Enough respect to you, man. Principal Danite, if you want to call back, you're welcome to. Obviously, the missed call was maybe because we were on a call. But let me just read up these texts, bro, because we don't want to go. So thank you for the call, Elder. And Elder Lyndon will be certainly coming onto the show. And we'll be talking about his book and all his life experience because he's got a whale of things to say. Positive things. Okay. This is from 582. And I think this was for Lyndon. Loving this guy. That's from 582. So she was bigging you up there, Lyndon. Enough respect, my brother, yeah. And this is from... Okay, I can see you trying to call through, but I'm not sure what the problem is. The phone's there, so just keep on trying, yeah. This is from Empress Lee. Greetings, Brother Minty. Please pick up the organisers of the Kwanzaa event yesterday in the Round Chapel. It was well organised and a brilliant turnout. Hope they do it again next year. And she also says, love Lyndon's speech, and I mean, we bigged them up. Thank you, Empress Lee. And glad to know you went there. I know it was a fantastic event.
Yeah, it was excellent.
And we're going to big up PACM.
Big up PACM, all the organisers for yesterday. That Kwanzaa was a
For
magnificent
sure.
event. Yeah.
Jafta, Papakaya Beanie,
Wali.
and all the other, there was a whole heap of organisations.
Everybody participated.
Yeah,
there.
man. It was,
Yeah, and all the other groups supporting Akubalan and the nation.
For sure,
everybody was down there.
Brethren, how pleasant and joyful it is to be when our people come together.
Something like that.
Not to come together, come to gather. Come together. It's a beautiful thing,
Exactly.
man. All right, brother. All right, let's take this call. Greetings, brother.
Greetings, world level. You know who I am, yeah?
Yeah, go on, bro. Go on. So what would you like to say?
Coming to my mind what I was hearing as I'm listening. Yeah, by rights I should be speaking to you before, more relaxed. You know, sometimes I'm actually like it's coming like I'm riding a bike. I'm just concentrating. You know when them are run around the track and them are concentrate.
Respect.
Lovely,
But
bro.
the words at the end of the day, I concentrate on what's in the Bible. You know?
Yeah. No, I hear that, King.
Things like, say?
Go on, talk, bro. Go on.
Things in the Bible like parable is given to those who do not understand.
Yeah, bro. You know, I mean, we spoke earlier and we said about we don't do Bible. I'm a Rasta man too, you know, brethren. The first organisation I joined was 12 Tribes. So I kind of I know where you're coming from, Brethren, but I read books and I come out of the Jesus thing because I recognise that Jesus and the whole concept of the Bible is really connected with slavery. You know what I'm saying, King? And we as far as I'm concerned, Principal Danite, we really need to know ourselves outside of the Bible. And when we get to know ourselves from outside of the Bible, we'll recognise that the Bible actually came from us anyway. Do you understand, bro? But we'll have a better knowledge if we go from an African-centered perspective as opposed to just a Christian perspective, which is where a lot of our people are coming from.
And another thing,
I would say the Garden of Eden refers to Adam and Eve.
well,
And a lot of Christians, that's what they speak about.
Sure, bro.
In the Ten Commandments, you would say the first slavery started from with Adam and Eve with the wrongdoer. What happened with that wrongdoer that had a mind to change around how all of us ought to be. But right now, I have to look at all. I'm not looking at if she did something wrong. They play some tidy. I can't watch that because I have to look at how I am who I am. Rastafari, the head creator, said in the beginning. So I start to learn the humble to all right. Sometimes we do make wrong moves and we want the betterment of our nation. But first, we have to recognize betterment only comes from what happened in Africa in the first place with Adam and Eve. First slavery was Adam and Eve. What happened to Adam and Eve? So.
But there's older books though. There's older books before the Bible. Because basically, if you're gonna look at a film, to find out what happened in the film, you've got to look at the start of the film. If you come at the film halfway through the film now, you're going to miss the starting point. And just look at the dates when the Bible, we had older writings before the Bible, which showed you what happened at the original stage, you see. And basically, if you're saying the 10 Commandments come from the 42 Commandments of Mahat, the 42 negative. So it's basically taking our principles. So to understand the Bible, you have to understand our principles and then apply our principle and look at the Bible, and that'll give you a greater understanding. Listening to shows like this will enhance the understanding, because it's actually a science. It's a high science book, really. But you need to have somebody to interpret or look at other sources as well as the Bible to get the true understanding of the Bible. Because it's written in metaphors. For instance, the Bible is written in a way that it will happen to you. In your life, you're going to be crucified. In your life, you're going to find yourself in the lion's den. You see, so basically, it's a principle book that will manifest in yourself, but you have to be able to look at it not just as a storybook. You've got to look at it as the science behind it. But the science, you find the science in Kemet, in ancient Kemet. So I advise you, if you want to get more knowledge, is to start looking at some of the ancient Kemet.
What you're saying, because I'm looking at from hearing what you're saying. Mm-hmm. I'm taking the 10 Commandments. It's Christ, it's Christian as it's the Most High. It's inside Emperor Haile Selassie.
But why don't you want to take the 42, the ancient, what we read as Africans, the 42 negative Mahat? Why don't you want to look at that principle, which is our heritage?
Man to right, yes. Because all the knowledge given to man, now we need to do now is be with Christ and no matter what dinner we eat. If Peter get up and eat, here's a dinner Peter, the Most High say. Most High, Rastafari, I am who I am. I don't know my flesh lips that never touch the meat, unclean meat. Most High said to Peter, right, do not call what I give you unclean.
But
so you see, some man will buy pork in the shop, and go buy it for them family, but they themselves don't eat the pork. They just pass it by the shop. How you are, show love. Rain falling next door also. It's not going to think about you going to kill your neighbor. You're going to just jump rain on your stop. So it's how you are.
Brethren, can I just say that, we're talking about Moses and the 10
Christ
Commandments.
Is how you are.
Yeah, can you hear me, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about Moses and the 10 Commandments, and my brother Jam has mentioned about the 42 they're commonly known as the 42 negative confessions, but they are actually known as the 42 divine laws of Ma'at. Yeah, where the term mother comes from, matter. You know, even Mary's Mara, Mat, Rat. Let me finish. Okay, let me say this, King. In Acts. No, listen to this, King. In Acts 7, verse 22, it tells you, if you believe that because we're trying to just get everything back to the African source, and read it, because you're a Bible believer. So it says in Acts 7, verse 22, that Moses became learned in all the wisdom and the Egyptians, and was mighty in words and deeds. Now he knew everything that the ancestors knew, brethren. This is what I'm trying to say to you, that everything he wrote, or supposedly wrote, if he existed, was actually was African origin, brethren. This is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. But
so why? No, let me finish. Let me finish, bro. So why then we watching a carbon copy of when we can have the real deal? This is what the only point I'm making. That's why I've gone beyond Bible.
Yeah, but it's a relation of what the words are, isn't it? When you read the words.
Brethren, hear what, right? Hear this, King, right? Our African system, I said I don't do God, I don't believe in God. God is an illusion, because I know our ancestors, their fundamental message was know thyself. Now, why would they say know thyself and not know God, or know the divine, or know Ra? They said know thyself. Why? If you look at the 42 divine laws of Ma'at, all of them, let's just compare them to the 10 commandments. Moses got the 10 commandments according to the Bible, and it says, thou shalt not, thou shalt not, thou shalt not. That's an external force.
That's what the Most High is.
Yeah, but the Most High is not outside of me, you know, brethren. No, listen, the Most High is not outside of me. That's why I reject that. Thou shalt not. Don't tell me. It's not a government. It's not Jesus. It's not no external God. No, listen to me, brethren. Listen to me, brethren. I'm trying to make a point. The point is that in the original, where Moses, I've just told you, Acts 7, verse 22, in the original where Moses got all this information from the supposed 10 commandments, it says, I have not done this. I have not, because the responsibility, as you say in Rasta, and the responsibility in Rasta is not God is going to save you, or Jesus, or even Haile Selassie. You save yourself, brethren. So when we say, I have not done this, and I have not done that, we're encapsulating our Africanicity, brethren. But when we follow thou shalt not, you're copying someone else's idea you're following someone else's idea and their culture, brethren. It's not African culture. It hasn't got an African root. When they say thou shalt not, no Africans are going to say thou shalt not, unless they're following the Christian Bible, the Islam, or the Judaism. But if you're following your African roots before David and before Solomon, you're going to be talking about your responsibility, brethren, which is exactly what we're talking about in Rastafari all day long. As you know, brethren, you sound like you've been to Jamaica.
It's just like when you're talking to me about the laws, yeah, and listeners are hearing, right, that I'm looking at the Most High laws given to man. So if man broke the law, then they need a higher force to come within the Almighty again and again until they come to families that do not know how to do what's right according to the 10 commandments of the Most High words. Christ another.
But again, you're not going to the original. You're not going to the original source. We
believe, and then that's where you start first.
Let me say this, King.
Help to even stop smoke cigarette, lay hands on families.
Principal Danite.
Stop smoke.
Principal Danite. Let me say this. We're talking about God's gonna do this. Okay, so all those people who made money off of our blacks throughout slavery and the colonization of African people, all the money they've made, all the money the Queen's made, how come she's not getting the lick? And how come black men are still getting killed? The victims, or the ones who are victimized from this God you're talking about, are getting all the licks, but the ones who are giving us this abuse are getting enough money and are getting enough prosperity. So how come this God you're talking about isn't even keeping its own word? Why aren't we the ones who are suffering, brethren? The ones who are getting victimized? Listen, bro, why aren't we the ones who are victimized? The Bible says the meek shall inherit the earth. The meekest people are Africans. We show love to everybody, but we're not inheriting nothing. They're taking away our earth, actually, aren't they? The physical Africa. So where's this God you're talking about coming to help us, bro? Which you said
you're looking at on the level that you want right now.
Brethren, slavery started in 1441, bro. It's almost 600 years. How long do we have to wait for this God you're talking about?
If you really believe Christ will return, no matter what moment, then you would have your mind looking at it as he's going to turn up right now. So he's helping you even to live, even if you don't see that he returned. You believe all the scriptures of the word of God. You're not going to add and take away. That's how simple you are. That's what
Brethren, you have added, because you've taken on a religion. Can I just say, bro, that I did a breakdown on the African origins of religion, and I broke down the origins of Christianity. And the origins of Christianity are from Africa. And it was started by Africans, but it wasn't Africans who were thinking like Africans, brethren. They weren't thinking like our ancestors. They were misogynistic, these people, brethren, because they don't have a good word to say about no woman except Jesus' mom's in the Bible. That's not African, brethren. There's nothing African about calling women whores or just disrespecting women, or women can't.
That's what I'm saying. When you say that, now that's coming from the Western world that mix the way
just like the book that you're talking about. So you're not making no sense now. The book that you're talking about is a version. Check your book. It's a version. It's not the original book. Otherwise, it will have origin on the book. So you're in denial. You're in denial of your identity as an African, because you are quoting from a European book. And when we are talking about Kwanzaa, we are talking about raising ourselves. We're talking about self-definition, and you're talking to us from a European book.
That's
with
right.
a European perspective, a version. Check your book. It's a version. It's not the original book. You have not once mentioned one of our Kemetic principles as a Nubian person. So, and you're on a belief system. This belief system hasn't got us nowhere.
That's right.
It has. Look how much bank there is around, post offices, bus stops. If it wasn't for the Most High making Adam, there would be no human being on earth.
Brethren,
There would be no earth. There would be no animals. There would be nothing. So the love that Christ and the Most High give us, last but not least, much less Christ and that has died for all of us. And whosoever believes, John 3 verse 16.
Again, you're quoting us. It doesn't apply to us. It does not apply to
the world that he gave his one and only begotten Son. And whosoever believes will not perish.
Brethren, listen.
Paraphrasing in other words.
Brethren, listen to this. Principal Danite, listen. I hear what you're saying. You know, I know. In Rasta, we got to cut it here, brethren, because we're here to talk about Kwanzaa. But let me just say this: in Rasta, we do have a number of brothers like yourself who follow Christianity. A lot of them are usually 12 tribes.
It's thing, it's a belief. It's a true belief, and it generates from the inside of the heart.
Principal, I hear you. Concept, Yeah, no, but you got to remember, 12 tribes was the last Rasta organization to manifest in 1968. Naya Bingi was already existing in 1930. So when you're talking about hold on, brethren, let me finish. Let me finish. So when you're talking about an inborn concept, it wasn't actually an inborn concept, 12 tribes, because Godman actually got the idea when Haile Selassie visited Jamaica, and he realized that this man was a Christian and he had Christian views, and then he just copied Haile Selassie's Christian views by saying read the Bible. He just copied that. So it wasn't an inborn concept. He got it from the outside. Let me say this, brethren. Let me just say this before we go. This is a Garvey saying, yeah? It says this simply: we are arbiters of our own destiny. Simple as that. God and nature first made us. Don't you want to listen to Garvey, brethren? Don't you want to listen to Garvey, or do you want to? You don't want to listen to Garvey, or you want to just? You don't want to listen to Garvey. You just want to keep on quoting Jesus. Listen to Garvey, man, who actually existed. God and nature first made us what we are, and out of our own creative genius, we make ourselves what we want to be. We make ourselves what we want to be. Follow always that great law. So what Garvey is saying, my brother, you're not listening, Principal Dan. What Garvey is saying.
I'm trying to break it down like what I do with the Bible.
You don't need to break it down. It's clear.
Sometimes it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it, you know. It's just there's no point wasting no breath still, you know.
So I said, let me start that again. I didn't catch it, but really that occurred because I was out for sleep. I realized I needed sleep really, but I was kind of trying to go through with faith, not my will, but to understand what you speak and what anyone speak. go along with them inside my mind. To, like, if you say one, maybe say one inside myself. So when I was reading it, I was trying to hear what I was saying as much as the listeners, and I was half asleep. And I really catch myself. And I went, let me start that bit again, because I didn't catch that bit. You know, sometimes when you obviously just slip off the track. And that's what happened to all of us, and that's what Christ said the world come to the earth intentionally to deal with.
Okay, bro. Okay,
and
listen.
That's what families just understand. We need all the help from Christ. If you need help, you need to go to true. There's people, the Bible says they'll take your money, but your intention is if you just give them the money, you'll give it to the Christ and the Most High. You don't have to take your money. You will get it back with the taint of worm.
Brethren, listen. Brethren, Principal Danite, listen, we're going to have to call it there now because... But listen, yes, thank you for your call, brother. You know, we don't deal with Jesus and we'll never deal with Jesus, brethren. So you can do it. No, hold on, brethren. Hold on.
You might not believe, but I believe that. No, myself, I must accept you as if you believe.
But that's okay, brethren. That's okay. And the thing is with belief, right, is that you don't know. And we're not in a position to not know. Bob Marley said in a song, Ride Natty Ride, brothers, no time to be deceived. We must know and not believe. Principal Danite, I want to thank you for your call. You know, enough respect, my brother. You know, I'm a Garveyite. I'm a Rasta man. I don't follow these biblical concepts, man. And even if Garvey says God and nature first made us what we are, yeah, okay, if you want to go with that, because I don't agree with everything Garvey says, but I'd certainly agree with nature making us what we are. And out of our own creative genius, it doesn't say God's going to come for you, God's going to save you. He never mentions once in any speech, Jesus is going to save you, not once. I'm with that because that stimulates me, that motivates me to recognize the power's with me. That's what Garvey taught me, you know. That's what Rasta taught me. The power is with me to create the life that I want to create. That's the simplicity of it. Go on, brother.
Well, I'd just like to say that, you know, we're all individuals and we have different organisations, and I can work with anybody who has got a clear and level-headed and is working towards self-defining ourselves. Unfortunately, some groups become possessed by their beliefs and want to fight against you and start crusades and war against you just because you have a difference of perspective.
Yeah.
And these are the people we cannot work with, who are not prepared to put ourselves first. Oh, we've got another caller.
Yeah, no, Rasilo knows the score. He would have let you finish. But Rasilo, go on, talk, my brother.
My king. What me I hear? My king. What me just hear?
I love to give people a chance, you know, man. I mean, he called back.
No. First, hold on. First of all, let me pick up the brother. You understand? Because him have a point of view and him argue his point of view, whether him right or wrong, him argue his point of view. You understand? So I like to big him up for that, because if him believe, him not know, but him believe, but him still fight his belief. You understand? So at the end of the day, he's only saying what a lot of people out there are thinking.
Correct. Yes.
You understand? Yeah. And the only thing I would say to my man is this. Go and look and find out when the Bible was written. Your version. And there's a man, I can't remember, is his name Crazy? Crazy, yeah.
Asher Crazy,
yeah.
That's it,
yes,
that's it. Me have a DVD. Anytime the brethren wanted, he just have to call the radio station and let me know, me hand him the DVD. And break down the whole thing about Christianity and slavery.
Respect.
You understand? And for my man, he keep quoting the Bible. Him not realize King James are write the Bible.
That's right.
Him not realize that who's the other idiot that them talk about all the time? Shakespeare. That's his name.
Yeah, man, that's right.
Shakespeare. You understand? But what him have to realize, before the Bible was written, what were the people in the West doing?
Exactly.
What kind of lifestyle was them living in the 1900s before the Bible had reached the public?
That's right, brother. That's right.
You understand? And then let him go and do some research and find out where the Bible had come from. You understand? Because back in them days when them used to burn people at the stake, go and read what them was reading. And then you will understand where the Bible had come from.
That's right, bro. That's right.
You understand?
The thing, man.
Because me hear the man talk and me understand where the origin come from. But my Lord, him 20 years down the line with me there.
That's how
20
it go,
years
bro.
down the line is where he's there. Because the same way he was talking is exactly how I was. 20 years down the line, I was talking the same thing.
Yes, I hit Brethren. 30 years ago, I was talking them things.
But that's what I'm trying to do.
But I know exactly what you mean, King. Yeah, exactly.
But when you got people like you, Brother Mohammed, Brother Dougie, and the brother that called me, I've nothing more to add to the brother that called. Your name Lyndon?
Lyndon, yes, man. Yes.
My king, I beg you, when him come on the show, announce it enough because he has nothing
He
can
does,
learn.
man. Don't worry, man. I will give you full notice, King. Don't worry, man.
Trust me.
Yes, I.
But the brother that just called, don't worry yourself, my lord. Y'all learn.
Yes.
You understand? That's what this show is all about. And for all of them that believe what the man are talking about, when I have to realize it's not time to believe, you have to know. If you not know, you laugh.
That's right, brother. That's right.
It's simple things. I don't believe that somebody's gonna come out the sky and point me in the right direction. Because if them are going to come out my mother is 77 and she's still away upon the man to come out the sky for her. That's why me I changed my lifestyle and become a Rastafari, because
Yes,
I now wait for nobody.
That's right, Brethren.
If me not get up in the morning and get myself some food, somebody come knock on my door and come to the sky and cook food for me. It don't work like that, man.
You're not the Queen, Brethren, where people just knock on your door and give you breakfast, where you can just sit on your backside all day. It's not that reality for us, man. And even if she has to get up and go to toilet, so she can pray to God as much as she wants to. It ain't gonna happen, man. She has to get up and go to toilet. So.
But exactly. So me not diss the brother in any kind of way. Me just say him learning.
Yes, I.
Me beg him. Now listen to what the Bible will tell you. Go and look for yourself. It is written in the Bible, seek and ye shall find. I can't understand why Christians are read one book and no book. Him not even want to help Marcus Garvey. And Marcus Garvey done more for our people than any Bible you can bring to the forefront.
That's right,
Any
King.
Bible you can bring. And one thing me I tell him, when them a talk about the Bible, them a talk about astrology,
Talk the thing, my brother.
Me say it already. They use the Bible to teach the youngsters about astrology. That's what the Bible is there for.
That's right.
That's what it is there for.
That's right, brother.
So, as I said, just let him do what he has to do, but he has to learn. Any man out there who say him now want to learn, him done. Because every day is a new day, and every day you can learn something new.
That's right, brother.
Even now, with the brother, give thanks to the brother that's on your show. When them break down certain words. Yeah, man.
Big up Jammers.
You can have a whole month with that brother on the show to break down certain
Respect, bro.
Because even today, me I learn certain things. Like, what? It's a deal thing when you break down crystal and them kind of thing, them.
Respect.
Too much information, but it's valid. You understand? So keep up the good work, do what you do, and all of them that want to look, sit down in the chair outside and look up at the sky until him come for you. When me drive past, me wave at one and go and do what me have to do. When I sit there and I wait for the man to come out the sky.
No way.
Come. But look after when it's up to do what I have to do, yes?
Yeah, give thanks, King.
Give thanks every time. One love.
Enough respect, Rasilo. Thank you, bro.
Blessed love.
As Bob says in one of his songs in Get Up, Stand Up, and my man's eager to talk, we've only got 15 minutes left, bro. It's been one of those shows. Bob says in the song, most people think great God will come from the sky, take away everything and make everybody get high. But if you know what your life is worth, you will look for it here on earth. We're not sky gazing. Rasta, and listen, Bob was a 12 tribes Rasta, and he's telling you we're not looking up in the sky. So that should show you, that should tell you something there, man. The Bob wasn't just a songwriter, he was a messenger, and that message is, great God is not coming from the sky. He's here, it's here, not he. It's here and it's now. It's both represented in the masculine and the feminine way, in the male and female. It's never just the man. Haile Selassie and Empress Menen I deal with, not just Haile Selassie by himself. It can't be, because that's a Jesus thing, and we're not in a no Jesus thing. We're in the African balance, and Haile Selassie and Empress Menen represented that balance, and that way I deal with. Okay, read up them texts there, bro. Let's read up these texts, yeah? Okay. My man's very passionate. We need a 4-hour show, bro. Okay. All right, okay, we're going to do it, bro. This is from Sam. I'm going to just get these texts out, man. You know what Gandhi said about Western civilization? He thought it would be nice, and that was very funny. But you also know Gandhi was a racist. I'm sure if you Google any racist statements he made, he didn't like black people, Gandhi. Just to let you know, Sam. Yeah, but thank you for that, Sam. And what he said was right. Absolutely. That it would be nice if it did exist. Okay. 582 again. Please repeat Lyndon's web slowly. Please. Great talks. He talks. Lyndon, send in your web address again, please, brother, so that 582 can get your information. Because obviously you've touched a number of people today, brother. So we're definitely going to be bringing you on the show. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give the number out again, Lyndon, so that you can text in the web address, so I can give it to 582 and give it to everybody who's listening. That's 07539 602 999. That's 07539 602 999. That's 582, brother Lyndon, wants your web address. So please send that in. This is from Diamond Daya from Birmingham. Enough respect, Diamond Daya. Real talk, kings. Keep putting out the truth. He who don't hear might just have to keep feeling. Laugh out loud. Big up the host, Rasminti, and guest. Anything the mind can see is possible. For those who know the power of the mind, unity is the key. Thank you so much for that, Diamond Daya. You're right on the button. You know what I mean? Oh, whoops. You're right on the button there, man. So, okay.
Can I?
Yeah, we've got to read the texts, bro. We have to respect the people who are listening to the show, who are giving us their energy, their beautiful energy, and they're taking time out to respond to what we're saying. We have to respect them every time. Message, this is from Sam again. True, he even wrote to Hitler. Go on, Sam. See, we don't deal with no cognitive dissonance around here, you know, man. When we talk, and we're talking facts and truth and sharing knowledge, we're not here to make up things and make you believe in something that's not true. We're telling you to research what we say as well. We're not here to just make up things. So enough respect, you know, Sam. So when I said about Gandhi being racist, I'm saying Gandhi was not prejudiced, yeah? Racist, whatever you want to call it. He didn't like black people. He was only interested in freeing Indians in South Africa, no black people, just to be clear. He called us what? Kafirs? That's how he described black people, as Kafirs. And why are Indians? Why, when we come to South Africa, you're putting us living by Kafirs? Him hate black people. Okay, this is from Enough Respect, Sam. Yes! Enough Respect, Sam, yeah. This is from Neil John Kuno. I can't see the last name because it cuts your last name out, bro. Rasta need to start sing out of the same hymn book. Marcus' teachings is a must, and you're absolutely right, bro. And that was the foundation of Rasta until we get the Bobo. Although Bobo is still very much foundational, they have Garvey as central to their philosophy. But it's when the 12 tribes come in the game. We're not dissing 12 tribes. They were brought in, read Bible. To read Bible chapter every day. Jesus before Selassie. That didn't work for me personally. So you're right, Bridget. We can't put Jesus before any African king. It's impossible to me, man. That will never, ever, ever happen. So Bible has to take a back seat. So thank you for that, Neil John Cunnell. And big up, all. Let me see. It's got one more text. Got one more message that's not coming through. Here we go. This is from 981. Tell that man to go take his medication now. Come on now. So that means I needed to take medication. You know the medication is if you like. It's not we're not talking about no mental health medication. But in a sense, it is. It's right knowledge, which is our medication. Right information that can take you to where you need to go as an African and bless your life, get your life to the highest of heights. That's what our medication is. Right knowledge. As our African ancestors said, know thyself. Brother Jammers.
Right. I didn't want to go there, but I want to break down this word, because everybody seems to be hanging on this word belief. Yeah? What does belief really mean? Be means to make. Etymology, Greek definition, be means to make. So, be means to make, then you're left with the word L-I-E, which is a lie anyway, V-E. So, be means to make, be leave of your senses. That's what believe means. It means to make you leave of your senses.
Okay, caller. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Rastafari.
Selassie, brother. How you doing?
Everything is blessed. Everything is highly, highly blessed. And me say that the man forgot to take medication.
I recognize that voice.
The reason why I tell him say, if you take medication, so him can get the meditation. You see?
The thing, my brother.
You see? Yeah, you have to know what me I talk about. You see?
Brethren,
but guess what?
But hold on, Brethren.
But guess what?
But here one, no, Brethren. I agreed with what you were saying. I knew you weren't talking about no medicine as of like from the doctor. You were talking about a mindset. No, me no, King, me no. Go on, talk, brother.
Because you see, because not just him alone have to go take medication. Millions of them have to go take their medication. Because what we have to understand, just like you tell them, say, you see the Bible make we are living in poverty.
That's right.
That's why we are living in poverty. Because we don't want to realize, because if we know, say, that I are the creator, and we look on the tree, and we look at everything, we look on the land, and we don't come to own it, and we make people come take our things. How you think we are going to live on earth? How you think our children are going to live on earth? And the poverty we are living in.
Then we go find the ginger root. The root.
Oh, and not but the root. You see? And so, give up everybody who are listening to the show. And the brother where did we break down the words. You see the man where break down the words.
Respect.
And this man I talk about English. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you about language. Let me talk about language. The only language in the world is the truth.
Respect.
Talk the thing, my brother.
There ain't no other language in every other language I hear that language.
Respect.
Because hear what the truth though. The truth is not a language, the truth is an action.
Yeah.
Because people look, see, the truth is an action because people need to eat. People need to sleep.
For real.
People need to help people to do things. That are the truth.
Yeah.
That are the language where they don't want to talk about.
Respect.
Any other language I hear that language.
Talk the thing, my brother.
That are the language. The language is the truth. The only language on earth is for help one another. There ain't no other language. Any other language is a division.
It's an expression.
And see, I just something where people want things that they're more important than another person.
Yo, listen, brethren, I love what you're saying. You know, the individual in the background who's chipping in. It sounds like you're a musician, brethren, and that person's chipping in with little pieces that you're, you know what I mean? It sounds musical.
Drum beat.
Yeah, sound musical. That may I say.
When we are calling, when this
love that, man.
we are calling from foreign.
Okay, King.
From England.
Okay, my brother.
And we're calling you from foreign. That's how far we are listening.
Respect.
Enough respect, King. Which part?
We are calling you from.
Which part you there, my brother?
We're there in West Africa. So when I try to tell you now, is that the same thing like me say. See, so listen to this. You see, until we look at one another, because we're not black. You think we have color? We don't have no color. We have more than them things. We have power, not color.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Talk the thing, my brother.
Yeah, power we have, not color.
For real.
Because if we are used with color, because I look to know we use with color, we not get nowhere. But I bet you if we change that into power, we just start to see where we start to go in our life then.
Yes. I love them talk there. We love them talk, brother.
So you see on that note there, everything is easy. And here another thing, you see like the brother said, bless, be less. Don't use that word there, bless.
Right, Brethren. Bliss.
Use the word Isis, higher.
Yeah.
Use the word great, so we can become greater.
For real, call it in.
But what you're saying is important, King. What you're saying is important.
Don't lose a little word. We are using words that don't have no tomorrow.
For real.
We are using
Pure
words
sorrow.
that can't help with yesterday and even help with today. See, so listen to this. So the reason why the world has suffered is because we have made the world has suffered, because we are responsible for everything on this your planet.
Yes, I.
We are not British or West Indian. We are world citizens.
And turn on no more them.
Yeah, see, and they better turn on for them more. Them a talk about them internet and get catching at the net. They want internet in themselves and come out of the net thing. You know, see, so you see on that note there, and guess what I talk to you, Jack Wilson?
No, man, that's about
so hear this.
The unmistakable voice of Jack Wilson.
So hear this now. So one love, one heart. That's what Bob Marley said. One love, one heart. Because everybody have a heart. You know, see, it's just the direction. You know, see, it's just the direction.
That's right, my brother.
That's all. So when you see them kind of people I call the show, it's a good thing, because this go for sure you say that, you know, the people them need, because remember, you know, Rastafari saying, we are, listen, not only herb is the healing of the nation, I is the healing
naturally,
of the nation.
But the thing, my brother, that's that way I say.
I are the healing of the nation.
Right, King, that's right.
You know, see, so guess what? See, so if we want a better tomorrow, stop dealing with the color and let's start acting with the power.
Yes, lovely King.
See, so you see, when I know the brother mean to, we are going to talk again. See?
Definitely, Rastafari, my brother. We love them weird sound.
So,
thank you.
Yeah, so everything, that's why I say. And remember, say that, listen, Africa, you don't have to be born in Africa to be an African.
That's right, Brethren.
You see, this is what a lot of people have to understand. You don't have to be born in Africa to be an African.
And African is not the right word either.
We could. We could go on a big. But we won't. We won't talk about that, man. I will break down that word Africa in the next show, man. But that.
All right.
But that aside, though, Jack and the sistren, what you're saying is on the point, my brother.
So listen, so you see for all of the callers, and you see the man, the brother them will do the get all of the people them together. I love the brother they will call, because guess what? I want to do the last time black people call everybody and them come together apart from freeness.
For real.
That's what me want to know. These are the things that we have to recognize. And another thing again, if we change up somebody, listen, you remember them have a post that say A for Africa, B for black, C for your culture, C, D for your dignity, E for education, F is for your freedom, G is for your greatness. You remember that? You remember them?
Yeah, I do, brother. I do. Go on, man.
Well, these are the things where if there's an alphabet, then how we make it, because that are the words where we have to use. You know, see,
definitely, we like that, man.
And you see that the language is only one language, the language of truth, and nobody, the world don't want to come together to speak one language, which is the truth.
That's right, brother. That's
Every
right,
other language is a fraud.
That's right.
You know, see.
Yes, I.
Just help out the brother, man, and like you know,
so
Yeshua.
Yeah,
help him.
And you know something, you know, man, we help him, because you we help him. We not help him. He look, talking to that one brother, I've helped hundreds and if thousands are listened up, thousands.
Yeah, man. Enough
because
respect.
our people have, they need their medication. You see this Bible thing where them are read, them are talk about that are the mental health. That is the mental health.
That's right, bro.
See, that is what's destroying their mind.
Yes.
Because them.
Jack, if you're listening.
No.
Oh, Oh, look at that, man. See, what happened was that Brother Jack was on a WhatsApp call, and then the physical reality, the network phone calls takes precedence over WhatsApp calls. So most people would know. So Jack, if you're listening in, you can call back and make your point, brother. We're sorry about that, King, because someone rang in and they were probably bigging up your point, actually, Jack. That's what it was. But if you want to call back, feel free to call back, my brother, anytime, man. Okay. Well, before we read, we've got a whole heap of texts which we need to read. But before we do, Jam, is there something you want to say?
Right,
thank you for that, by the way, Jack. Enough respect and your little sidekick.
Can more volume on the microphone.
You sound like you're in on a stage show.
Sorry, I thought
I'm getting more volume on the microphone, son. No!
We need more volume on the microphone.
No!
Right now, I want to break down that shit where I'm bonfire upon this one word that the Christians seem to hold on, and the word is believe. This one word is what them hold on. Now, believe me, we are going to burn this word tonight. B, etymology, Greek word means to make. B means to make. You're left with the letter leave. So it's to believe means to make you leave your senses. Anything that doesn't use your senses is nonsense. When you believe something, you're gonna follow. You're gonna buy a car that can't work. You're gonna eat something that's gonna poison you. You're gonna wear clothes that are gonna fall apart. You're gonna follow someone into some foolishness. So you have to use senses. We've been given senses to be conscious. Consciousness works by your senses. We are on Conscious FM, so we use our senses. We don't believe of our senses. In the middle of the word believe is the word lie. The last 3 letters of the word believe is Eve. Backwards is still Eve. You take the next 2 letters, which is lie, you turn it backwards, it's B. Before. Eve means before. You turn Li backwards, you get ill. Before illness, you get ebb. B backwards is ebb. Before illness, you become weak. So believe means to believe of your senses. Also, a tree without no roots, there'll only be leaves. So we have to go back to the roots. And a root has a seed. When you have a seed, you know what the plant is going to be. If you've got apple seeds, you know there's going to be apples. If you've got a pear seed, you know there's going to be pears. So when you have the roots, you can see what the tree is going to be. A system means something that you have no, you don't see the roots or the seeds, you just have the stem. And with the stem, you just have leaves. So you have to forget about this word believe. One more word. If you look at the word verse.
Hold on, let me just say, just add on before you carry on, my brother, that this is how they've got us as African people, and you hit it on the head, bro. They've got us to believe something as opposed to know. And this is the crux of the matter. Knowledge will set us free. Our ancestors manifested this, what people today call the God concept, through knowledge of the earth, through observing the earth, through observing the sun, the stars, the moon. That's how they got it, through knowledge. How do you think the astronomy system came about? Through people observing and learning and putting it down. They're the facts of the earth.
Exactly.
Not no belief system. Our ancestors, that's why I'm saying that. When people say, oh yeah, our ancestors believed in God, and no, they didn't believe, they forget they didn't. They knew that they were the gods. They were the God, brethren, whatever you perceive to be your it.
And they learned from this by nature. Nature was to teach them what works and what doesn't work. Simple mahat.
That's where the word netters.
Netta comes from medu nature, medu nature, or divine words.
And that's why Garvey says God and nature. He can't left out nature,
nature is
man.
the teacher.
He's a Christian, so he has to say God. But nature is foundational in what he's saying, man.
It's the root.
It's the root.
It's the root. And the next thing is the word sin. Now, what does sincere mean?
It means honest, doesn't it? Truthful.
Honest.
Yeah.
They say thou shalt not sin. Sin in Latin means to question. So they're telling you not to question because they call question blaspheming. Am I being sincere? If you look at the word verse, verse means against. If you play with the letters of the word verse, you get the word serve. So when you're versed in something, when you're given something to read constantly, you serve the verse.
Yes, absolutely.
Look at the word verse and look at the letters. The same letters make the word serve.
No, I love what you're saying there, bro. That's beautiful, man. We've got so many texts.
Bible means double meaning.
Let's forget the texts.
Bicycle, bi-monthly means two. Right. Bell means sound or or Bell means sign, just double sound, or El means spirit or double spirit. Every old book had a double meaning to it. It wasn't just the words. You look at all Aesop's fable, all Confucius, it was always a story with another meaning. It wasn't the story, it was the meaning behind it. That's simply what Bible is, another meaning to the story.
But you know what you're saying is absolutely right. And like big up Danite, you know, I've got no issue with Danite at all.
Because in the night, you're not going to know the principles. If you're done in the night, you're not going to know the principles. So we're giving him the light.
Giving him the light.
So tonight, you're going to be light and bright.
The points I'm making with him, he mentioned about Adam being the first man and Eve and this and that.
Right,
and if you read the Bible, hold on, if you read the Bible, bro, I don't read the Bible, but if we've read it, that was in the second chapter that they were created. The first chapter tells you that men and women were already created before Adam and Eve.
No. Can I correct you? Sorry.
It's factual.
No. This is fact. All Christians turn to chapter Genesis chapter 2 verse 5. Or Genesis chapter, yeah. Let me get it right. It's either Genesis chapter 2 verse 5 or Genesis chapter 5 verse 2. Yeah. And you'll see that God made the male and the female and called them Adam. God created the male and the female and made them Adam. Adam is not a male principle, it is a male and female principle. Check the Bible, Genesis chapter 2 verse 5 or Genesis chapter 5 verse 2. God made male and female and called them Adam, which relates to the Kemetic principle atom. Atum, at comes from the word ab, which means father. Tum comes from the word uma, which means mother. So the word atom, as in the principle atom, which is life, is the male and female principle. Look at the word father, you'll see the word fat, her, which is a pregnant woman, which signifies birth. There's always a male and female principle that relates to life.
Yeah, and what you're saying about atom, we broke that down, bro, on the show when we were breaking down the African origins. So you're absolutely right, bro. The Jews or the Hebrews, these Africans who were misogynistic and patriarchal, took like Akhenaten said, we're going to focus on atom. They said we're going to focus on atom, and that's why they call their first god, the first manifestation of God to them is Adam. Yeah, and that's why they call it Adam. Yeah, so you're right, bro, you're right.
And the next principle, if you look at the word believe, you see be the lie of Eve. They say, listen to the word evil. They're blaming the woman for all the illnesses that was being caused. Eve, listen to the word evil. Eve means before. Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. Eve means before before the illness. Yes. So they're blaming. Belief means be the lie of Eve. That Eve is the cause of all sin.
I like that, bro. Another way to look at it, bro, is I'm not going to go with believe because I've mentioned believe. Believe is to be live. So when we believe in ourselves, we don't believe in ourselves. Be live in ourselves. Don't believe in your dream. Be live.
Yeah, don't be alive.
And so the word live is important, Brethren, because if we spell evil backwards,
you get the word live.
All right, bro, and that's what we've got to be. So evil is not wickedness, people stabbing up each other. It's just not being in tune with nature.
It's being anti-nature.
Anti-nature, exactly, Brethren. It's not being live. That's the key to your success, is to be in tune with yourself, to be live. That's right. To be live in yourself. So it's just what you said, Brethren, was just so imperative and very important.
And I said it all relates to Kemetic science.
All Kemetic, because I always had the duality. But when we blend the duality, we become one.
That's right.
And the oneness is man, the reflection is man or woman. You're the reflection of the oneness. That's it.
That's right.
Everything's within you.
Simple.
And so that's why I'm saying this Jesus concept, this Allah concept, this Yahweh. I'm not disrespecting people who follow those things, because it's not individuals we've got an issue with. It's the religions who are blinding the people.
If they've been taught, because tautology also means to say something repetitive continually. The science of tautology. Oh, we've got another caller?
We've got another caller. Greetings, caller. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Birmingham and I'm listening to the program.
Enough respect, sir. What would you like to, what's your name? What would you like to say, bro?
Osiris B.
What's that?
Osiris B.
Osiris B. Okay, enough respect, King. Go on, what would you like to say, brother?
Yeah, I'm saying right now, I like the information that, you people spreading out, because it's about time our people get to know some of this information. I mean, some people know it,
but the wider people them don't really focus on around the planet. So it's good what you're doing up here in London. I really enjoy it. You break down some of these words, these everyday words like belief.
Sure.
Yeah, because like I said, if you believe something, you don't really know.
Absolutely, bro.
And it's also a state of mind. Them have with them believe. That's why people will kill people because they believe without fact. I don't like them man there because me here, so they mischief and I believe without fact. So I'm gonna talk to them.
That's absolutely right, bro. If you're in a court of law, bro, you don't want people to believe you're guilty. Make them prove you're guilty with facts and knowledge and not belief. Because if that was the case, it was just based belief on black people being guilty. We're all guilty according to that. You understand, bro? So belief is just is an illusion. It's a subterfuge.
State of weakness.
Yeah, it's a subterfuge. It's a facade, brethren, and you're absolutely right, King. Yeah, man, we can't. If you say I believe, it means you're not sure. Yeah. Is it raining outside? I believe it is, but that means you don't know. We can't. The days of lack of knowledge are over. We need knowledge to save us, man.
Yes. And the next thing as well, right?
Go on, brother.
At least, I would like for at least 2017, some of our brothers and sisters should come together more and support each other more. Because sometimes we can talk big words and sound intellectual, but sometimes the basic thing that we should be doing to help each other support, we're not doing anything.
Exactly.
I mean, sometimes walk on the road and psychologically fight against each other. We see no, but we still that we are and we are big. I mean, sometimes. So I would like to see more and more of our people try and unite more with each other. I mean, there is black devils anyway. Because some people that they would have hate you and they would try and destroy you. So as you recognize those people, you stay out from those negative people, but other people that is like-minded, you try and connect things and support those people.
Sure, bro. Definitely.
For 2017. I would like to see that with all people, you know what I mean?
Respect. Yeah, and the thing is, bro, and I agree with you 100%, but the reality is that we have to be the examples of everything we say. So it's, like, for example, people know me, people know Jammers in London, where we don't sit on our asses. We do actually get involved in community activities. I don't think I could really do a radio show as a talk show host and talk all the things I talk. If we're not doing things in the community, we're very active in the community, and we love our black community, and we put our money where our mouths are, bro, 100%. So I totally agree with what you're saying, King.
Yeah, man, we should support. Yes, you're right. And I'm expecting that sometimes our people, listen, out of all the race of people on the planet, right? I think that sometimes the Nubian people, they buy religion than any other race. The reason why is because with most religions, it teaches that as you sit and you can ask and believe in this, in some faith, you can pray and get everything with working hard. Not the just saying, don't worry, God will provide. Don't worry, God will provide. If I want a job, I can pray to God. If I want a wife, God will give me a wife. I'm just saying, without brushing my teeth, right, changing my clothes, having a bath, yes, I'm saying that, but not to me people. I don't say God will provide a way to knock on the door. I don't have to follow those.
I think you made. I think you made an excellent point, because we've got a strange mentality. Because if we can't get the best thing, you'll take the next best thing. So if you haven't got a black organisation that's doing what you want to do, take the next one. But we don't even do that. We'll go to another culture and support the other culture rather than taking the next best alternative to our progress, which is a strange mentality that we seem to have.
I remember for 2017, Nubian people, a thing called group economics.
Right.
Practice group economics.
Yes.
Most things is about economics.
That's right.
Not about love or about no respect.
it's about practical. That's I love.
If you want to see a good show, you're gonna pay for a good show.
Yes, it's about investment. Yes.
Honestly, we now play come and dance. More gonna dance free.
Excellent.
We now support them little smart artists. More to be a big artist. thing. The freeness thing. Now go work 2017. I mean, not pay for that. Because I know them people there.
Yes.
No one coming free. Me now pay.
That's right. That's right.
One half price from no. but I go and pay
For real.
the price of any other race. But from my own race, me now pay that fee.
Yeah, we have to.
I'm just fantasy.
We have to let go of this freeness thing. We have to start thinking that we're expensive, because then you'll start spending money on yourself, investing in yourself. But like what we do with every other race, we're putting our hand in our pocket. But when it comes to our own race, we want the freeness. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I'm telling you, brethren, you people have the power and the representation.
Respect.
Trust me. You have power and this representation.
Respect.
Thank you, bro.
And as I said, I like the work, I like the way you put it on certain things to the people then. Anyway, I'm now all up on the time. So
no, man, you're big up the structure. Some excellent points. I'd just like to go again. When it comes to other races, we're prepared to put our hands in our pockets. But when it comes to our own, we're still free. We want to beg, steal, and borrow from our own.
It's not acceptable.
So this has to change for two excellent points, brother.
Yeah, man.
You respect, Governor. Yes, all right.
Enough respect, King. Yeah. Thank you, bro.
And that's the next principle of Kwanzaa. Another,
of course, bro.
We have to invest, create another Wall Street by investing. When you're investing in a business, you're investing in yourself. So it doesn't matter how much extra you're paying, because extra coming to you. They come in as traders. Listen to the word trader means to raid. So they're coming in to raid from us.
I and I. Well, you're absolutely right. I mean, thank you for the last call. Enough respect, my brother. You made some fantastic points. Ujama. Cooperative economics, which
exactly this is what we need. Yeah, we don't need their trade. We need self-investment to create our own financial base. We make everybody else. Don't get it twisted. We make everybody else wealthy. We buy the biggest cars, the most expensive shoes, the biggest jewelry. We put out the biggest selling records. We make don't get it twisted. We have the power. We have the power. We are the people who made everybody else wealthy.
No, that's right, Bregin.
Either by choice or force.
But if you look at it, like just hip hop music, for example, which is probably the biggest selling music in the world, it's an industry in America. We don't own it though; it's owned by the conglomerates, bro. And we employ a lot of people, because it's not just making records. If you make a hot record, then you've got to print it, the CDs, or get the downloads available. Yeah. Then you've got to have people who are working the downloads, people who are in the shop selling the CDs, and then you've got to have people who are distributing. So we're making a lot of money for a lot of people, bro.
And if you play in another culture's team in a sport, and that sport wins Olympics, World Cups, they're getting investment from sponsors in that country. So just by being an athlete, sponsorship is coming to another person's So we have the power. We have the power. It's already evident to make other people wealthy. Can't we just make ourselves wealthy for a change?
No, absolutely, Bregin. You know what? We've got so many texts to read. We need to get through the texts, Bregin. And I know you're going to want to say something.
It's texting time, but I'll keep my mouth shut. I'm putting some black electrical tape over my mouth for the next 10 minutes.
But let me say this. I agree with everything you've said, bro. And I think that I've said this to people that stop. When you go into Sainsbury's or any of these big stores, you don't ask for discounts, do you? You don't say, give me it for £2 when it's £3. So we've got to stop doing that amongst one another. That's why we're going to stay in a certain position. Not all of us, certain of us are going to stay in a position below the poverty line, because we're not trying to think in terms of richness. If you give a lot, the universe will give you a lot back.
The biggest travesty of justice is when they made us free. We stopped thinking of ourselves as expensive. If you go to the British Museum, you see the high price they put on anything that's come out of our land.
Africa, absolutely, Bregin, 100%. Okay, let's read. This is from 601. I will cause the wise men to lose their wisdom. I will make the wise men unable to understand. Marcel, you all need Jesus in your life. Silence.
Thank you, Marcel, but you didn't excel with that statement at all, in no place whatsoever, because it's like
You know what it is?
Let me
Reggie?
just
I'm not going to this.
Let me just show you who were the wise people. In ancient Kemet, we were kings. We created pyramids, which the Europeans still were trying to understand. This is under our own scientific, spiritual knowledge. Since Christianity comes in, we what have we created? Where's the wise gone? So who's made the wise men dumb and the blind and the people who could see deaf? It's not our own religion, it's Christianity. Leads to insanity of the black humanity.
Okay.
Marcel, you need a Duracell wake up.
Well, the way I see it is that I'm not using the Bible to justify the Bible, which is what you're saying. I will cause the wise men. Okay, 282 said call me on WhatsApp. Okay. You may not be able to do that. Oh, because they're not in England at the moment, bro.
Oh,
yeah.
Can you deal with that?
You don't want to speak to me?
No, you be my agent.
Okay, keep the number and we'll sort something out, bro. Yeah. Okay, this is the last one we're reading. 909. Oh, okay, maybe two more. 909. Love and hate can never be friends. Are true, man. Are true. Okay, so, okay, call you on WhatsApp 282 as we're out to the UK. Okay, King or Queen. All right, Raskash, I've just said we're going and you're sending more texts. No more texts because I'm not going to read. I'm going to read your last one and that's it, bro. And that's it. And Radar Discovery Comics, good reads. Okay, brother, thank you very much for that. Yeah.
No, it's the ra in the word radar and radiate.
Radar.
It's not the ra. The sound is the sound, the Kemetic sound of ra, which is light.
Of course.
They still have to use it in when it comes to radar or rate.
Okay, or raise.
Or radiate, raise. So they're not. As I said, this is our language. You just have to decipher the Kemetic roots of the reality of the language and stop following his story. Why do you keep following the story? Go to prehistory, the reality.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely, man. That's
And I'd just like to say one quick thing for the conscious listeners to be more conscious. Remember, our instruction manual is the sun in the sky. It brings the darkness to light, and in the darkness, the moon reflects the light. So basically, that is the male and female principle. The woman shows you what is in the darkness, and the male brings what's been shown to light. That's the female principle will tell you, don't do that, don't do this, and we as males cannot see what the woman can see in the darkness. Yes. But once we can see what the woman has told us, we can bring that darkness to light. That's why she's called a mother. Look what the moth does. Take away the moth goes to the light. In the word
of course, bro. Beautiful. I love that, actually. See that the moth goes to the light, because that's why in our African culture, if it wasn't the symbol of spirituality was a female, then the oracle was a female. So the person you go to get spiritual knowledge has to be a female.
That's right.
And if we honestly know our women, our queens are very intuitive, aren't they, bro? They're telling you things and you're going, oh, come on now.
As I said, all you've got to do to understand, see what a woman is, look at the moon. The woman is in the darkness. She brings the darkness to the light.
The man is the sun, the woman is the moon.
Yes,
the reflections of
we
each
take
other.
the light that's been given us, and we can radiate with that.
Sure.
So that is the male and female element.
Fantastic, bro.
In life.
Brilliant.
Atom backwards is motor.
Beautiful, bro. Beautiful. Okay, so
that's enlightened you and made you a bit more conscious on Conscious Radio. Special request to our ancestors, humanity, and the family listening, and the global community listening in tonight.
Yeah, I think that they've made us more conscious, bro. That's what I love doing the show, Brendan. It's the responses we get from the people, the regulars, and we've got people who are silent, but encouraging them to. It's brilliant.
And the Christians who phoned in as well.
Who called in. But,
who created the energy as well.
Listen, I know enough people who don't agree with what I say are listening in keenly, sometimes to try and catch us out. But if we're dealing with knowledge, you can't be caught out. Do you understand? If you're trying to counter it with a belief. So we have Christians listening in, we have Muslims, and we have Jews listening in. And I love you all, because it's not individuals we're against. It's the people who run in the religion and making you believe in some sky being that's going to come save you, or certain precepts of that idea which they push, which are lies, basically.
And under the element of Kwanzaa, what we have to do is throw away all these labels.
Absolutely, bro.
As the brother earlier, I can't remember, he said the principles are we need to eat, educate ourselves, clothe ourselves, and develop our sciences. That is what real Kwanzaa is. It's to throw away these labels that create differences in us functioning together in unity.
That's absolutely right, bro. And like, if the reason I did this show today, we did the show on Christmas and the non-Christian origins of Christmas. I touched on it again today to follow into Kwanzaa, bro, because what we're getting rid of, which is this Christmas Christian ideal, it has to take us somewhere, and we're replacing it with who we are before religions existed, an African idea, and that's what Kwanzaa's about.
And the next thing, we have to get our identity. We've got to throw away these nouns that they give us, these labels. A noun is something that you cannot do nothing with. Look at the word noun, you'll see no, and then you'll see unable, incapable. So a noun actually means no, nothing. You can work with a verb, because a verb requires an action, like run, jump, think, plan. So we've got to throw away all of these labels that they give us and start to act to the principles of Kwanzaa, which is, as I said, creating unity in our family unit to the highest potential.
Creating the best from out of ourselves. And we're going to talk about that next week. And I'm just going to leave on this, man. This is the last thing. No more calls, no more texts. We're not taking any more. We started off talking about the non-Christian origins of Christmas to lead us into Kwanzaa. So we get rid of one thing and we're going to replace it with, we can't even replace who we are. We're just shining the light on who we are, if you like, because when you're going to know who you are when you know who you're not. That's why we have to get rid of, we have to explain these concepts like Christmas and religion and whatnot, and how deceptive they are to us as African people. And then we talk about who we truly are, what we created, what we manifested, and then we can see who we truly are. We recognize ourselves by recognizing our history. Now let me read this. This is Jeremiah 10. And it's Gods and Idols, and this is for all the Christians who put up Christmas trees in their house and think it's got to do with Jesus. I've broken it down last week and I touched on it this week. It says in Jeremiah 10 verse 2, this: do not learn the ways of the nations, or be terrified by signs in heaven, through the nations are terrified by them. For the practices of the people are worthless. They cut a tree out of the forest, and the craftsman shapes it with his chisel. They adorn it with silver and gold. They fasten it with a hammer and nails, so it will not totter. That sounds like a Christmas tree to me. The very things that the Christian people are dealing with at Christmas, that's the very thing your own Bible tells you not to deal with. This is the world of contradiction we're always faced with when we're dealing with this book here. And we reject it out of hand. And all the concepts that come in the Bible, well, when I say that, I mean nothing that's going to take us towards Christianity, because there is truth in the Bible, but it's not true. That's all we're going to say. So on that note, we're going to love you and leave you. Jammers, any last words?
Just like to thank everybody. It's been an absolutely fabulous experience, and just keep it conscious.
Yeah, you know what, right, bro? I'm spoiled for choice which song to play, because this is the last song of the year, and I want our people to have a positive projection into the. I don't even want to call it New Year, because then make the new year starts in January. You know, I know we, you know,
and we've got to stop saying yeah to everything.
Yeah to everything.
Yeah, because everything they do is like we say yeah to. We don't invest in ourselves.
Right, that's what I'm trying to say about the new season. That's why I call it a new season, because the sun is they're gonna have brighter days. The days are getting longer, so that's what I'm focused on. More light, more heat. Give thanks to this universe for that beautiful energy. You know what I mean? That we're gonna, and as our Egyptian brothers and sisters and Cushite brothers and sisters respected the sun, we must respect the sun same way.
I'll just leave it. My last thought for the day is, as well as the first way of knowing yourself, first you have to start accepting yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah, okay. I've decided I'm going to leave on this tune. This tune is about you, basically, because I want to leave on a tune which is meaningful and positive and powerful and uplifting and saying something constructive. And everything in this tune is about you. So just hold tight. And this is the last song we're playing for this season. And next year will be a new season. And we're going to same vibes for the new season. We're going to be having positive talk shows. We're going to try and be teaching people, or sharing information, I should say, of certain issues or certain ideas that you're not aware of, and just trying to just uplift you as much as we can, because our desire, that's why me and Jammers are still here at 12:30 when we should have gone by 11, is because we love you and we determine that your life is going to be the best life it can be. But our determination can only go so far. It's up to you to take the step, man.
And take the pieces that you can put food on your table with out of it. Take the sense out of the nonsense.
Take the sense out of the nonsense, man. So
listen.
on that note, you said your last words, or do you want to?
Well, note sounds a good word, because note is a tone, and we have the tone
That's
that
right,
they make
bro.
note of. So that tone means at one with something.
Okay, well, let's call it that now, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's been a long shift, hasn't it, man?
Yeah. Have we done our 7 hours to the 7 principles of Kwanzaa?
Well, what we're going to do, actually, we're going to talk about the 7 principles of Kwanzaa next week, because we didn't get a chance to talk about it because we got so many interesting calls this week. So thank you very much, man. You made it a fantastic show. I love doing this show. I love bringing on my good friends like Jammers on.
Thanks for having me, Mincy.
No, you're welcome. Come on, bro. I think you've been on the show more than I have.
I'll try to talk more than you tonight.
Well, you know what? It's probably something in the air, brethren. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? There's something, when I say something in the air, I mean that they say there's a shift in universal forces, but reality is there's a shift within us, brethren. There's an energy, powerful energy, looking to come out of us and to create and manifest amazing things. The time is now, man.
Yeah.
The time is now. Okay. We're not going to read any more texts or take no more calls, yeah? So we're going to leave out on this tune. There's so many tunes I could pick, but I'm just going to play this tune, man. And I hope you enjoy it. And remember, the words in this song are about you. Remember that, man. You are a champion. You are the greatest. You can manifest whatever you want to. Remember those great words of Garvey. Out of our own creative genius, we make ourselves. That's what you've got to remember. You create you. Whatever you want in life, you have the power to get. Don't be downhearted. You've got 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose. You know what I'm saying? Anything you want, you can just get up and try and create it. No one can stop you.
And you've got so much ways of seeing things, you can't go on. You've got hindsight, foresight, insight, hindsight.
All right, 5 sight.
5 sights.
So that's it. You've got all these skills,
already.
but this world's trying to make you feel like you're less than what you are. Especially the images they show of our people. Fire blaze them images, man. We're kings and we're queens, man. All African men out there, you're a king. You say after me, I am a king, man. And I'm going to show my kingship. All the sisters out there, you're a queen. You're an empress, man. You say, I am an empress, and I'm going to show my empressnicity. There's no such word, but I just like I said. There's no such word, man. But the power lies with you. And as my man alluded earlier, you've got to speak it into being, as Richie Spice said. Speak it into anything you want. Affirm it in your mind first, because you are the power. You are the power, man. All right.
And add the feeling to it. The ingredient is
The
the feeling. You have
feeling.
to have the feeling with the speaking.
That's right, Bridget. That's our people are passionate. That's why we're touched by passion, bro. So you recognise that what's touching you is something that you've got to develop within yourself.
And put the emotion into in motion. That's the potion.
I love that, bro. So on that note, we're going to chip, man. So listen, thank you so much for I want to just thank you everyone who's called and texted in for the year I've been on the show. This is a year celebration, and we're going to have another year. I was going to give the show a year, but I know that we've got to do more stuff, man. Definitely, we've got to just keep on bringing in fantastic people. We've got to keep on sharing information, which is going to take you to the highest of heights. In fact, there's no highest of heights, because it's limitless in it, bro. That's why I say the most high, but there's not most high, because there's a level higher than that.
The highest of height, because we're going to open your eyes.
Okay.
Yeah, the eyes of
We have to
eyes.
realise we have to open our real eyes.
Realise and see the lies in the eyes. Where we realise and open our eyes, we can see the spies and don't despise.
You know, he was a DJ.
Epitomise.
He was an MC back in the day, you know what I mean? Better than Tipper Irene or Len Man Day, you know.
Big up people.
Hold on, you can't be saying big up to people and you're not recognising your own talents.
Well, I hope
you
your
have
eyes
skills,
have been
man.
open and don't get ruled by the pen and get penned in on the dependency of the pen. Because inside the pen is the ink, so don't generate the ink that makes you think, because ink means to tar and furnish and taint. So keep your eyes open.
Okay. I love that, bro.
To the conscious show rising.
This is Rise to the Occasion. My name is Rasmus. This is Rise to the Occasion, and I want to just thank everybody who's been tuning in for this last year. I've had so much encouragement because, as you know, enough people try and diss the eye, but you know what? There's been so many people who've given me support. I'm so happy and joyful, and you have given me the inspiration to continue. Trust me. You know what I mean? So I'm so thankful. Thank you. That's all I can say. Thank you.
Take away the TH, you get the word ank, which is the original sin, but you need the word bank.
There you
so
go,
that
Bridget.
means life. So ank you.
All right, say no more, bro. Say no more. Ank you. Yeah, thank you. I hope people don't take that the wrong way. Please don't take that the wrong. No. It's love we had to deal with. All right, this tune is your tune. Remember, we've been through so much as a people. Now it's our time to shine. It's our time. It's your time to shine. And if you're already shining, you've got to shine brighter. The sun. We are the sun. We are children of the sun. We are the sun. We shine bright. It's your time. It's your time right now.
And positivity always overcomes negativity. So just stay positive.
That's right.
And shine.
That's right. All right. So my name is Ras Minty. This is the Rise to the Occasion show. My brother Jammers was on with me today. We just stayed extra because we just got the vibe, man. I've still got energy to stay, Bridget, but we have to go.
You want to stay?
I could actually, but you know what? Right, I'm gonna. All good things they say must come to an end. We've got so much energy,
That's what they say, but we say it's never gonna
Bridget,
end. When it's good.
No,
there's no ending.
I love that, bro. Because you know what, bro. When we're tuning into the energy within, we have an endless supply of energy.
Yes.
That's why we can do
we
long
are
calls
energy,
like this.
NIG, which is what we run against. We are the NIG, the energy putting out.
We can't stop, bro.
The
We
original
can't
spirit.
stop.
NIG backwards is Jinn. Not the J Jinn, the original Jinn, as in the word begin, origin, virgin. And we're virgin on greatness. So let's step forward, rise to the occasion.
All right, give thanks, man. My name's Ras Minty. This is the Rise to the Occasion show. I'm going to see you in the new season. Rastafari live.
I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm striving. There's no mountain I can't climb, and there's no river I can't cross. A survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. You can tell me what I can do, 'cause I know what I can do. A survivor. If you see I try to the street without shoes in my feet, it's because they steep. But I'm a fiddle, they my yard, they are seat. They are looking for their feet. The challenges of face keep me firm on my feet. Solid and concrete. By the time I've rejected, but I know